Hello everyone, my name is Alex and today I want to share with you my 5 biggest mistakes being CEO for the last 2 years. So first one is about too early delegation of things. Sometimes you as a founder, you don't understand some piece of your company and you just growing, you started growing, and here's a big risk because you're starting delegating a lot of stuff for people. And the idea is that you cannot set the appropriate KPI for each of that delegation task because basically you don't understand on yourself how to make them properly and you want to delegate them. So my vision now is that I should understand each of that puzzle of my business, and only after that I can properly delegate it, I can set the goals for people, I can make a proper KPIs, and of course in that way people will become more motivated and they understand that they can succeed. Because if you don't understand the KPIs and that kind of information, you cannot set the proper goals. And also it's about the feeling of people, because they will be thinking like that you're making something not realistic for them, you're setting not realistic goals for them, and of course they will not become so motivated as they should be. The second one is waiting too long for firing and giving a lot of second chances for people. Probably you're also a good person and you're like, oh, something happened bad, let me give you a second chance for that person. And after that, the third time that person make some bad stuff for you and you're still like, oh no, I should also give the first chance for that and whatever. And for a while you're giving a lot of second chances for people and people just cannot just feel it, they cannot respect it. If you can see that kind of attitude from people, hiring is guessing, firing is knowing. It's not my words, but I really like to talk that kind of sentence a lot of times in my daily routine life. The third one is about not right motivation for founder. A lot of time I was more visionary dreaming. It's important for each founders to have that vision for dreaming something, etc. But in the same time, you have a risk that you will grow in some case startup smoothie bubble, and you just will recruit a lot of people who will not be so effective, who will just eat your cash. And on the same way, you have people who just a core of your business, and they will come to you and say, oh, I want to have appraisal tomorrow. And you look on your balance sheet and say, oh, no, I cannot allow to do that because we don't have more money. So money as a motivation is also important for founder, and you should keep yourself somewhere in the middle from money motivation and from visionary motivation. And in that way you will succeed definitely. Not making growing plan for people, not making the personal developer for each of your employees. People are leaving the companies not because they don't like the people around them. People leaving the companies not because they, in most cases, they don't like a project, but people are leaving the companies because they don't see them in that company in future. So they started working, it's okay, probably I will become a middle developer or senior developer in 2 or 3 years. And after they achieve it, the companies are not really sitting down with them and understanding what they want, what aims they want to follow. In that way, the people oh, probably I need to find something else and change my job. So you as a founder and CEO, you should definitely sit down with your people, make a personal growth for them so they will understand that, okay, I have a plan of my growth. The company is making a respect for me, and they really making me valuable for them. I'm valuable employee for them. And the last one is also really important, that not preparing yourself for people leaving. So at the beginning you're a family atmosphere in company, you're oh, it's so amazing, blah, blah, blah. And you just don't have an idea that someday the people will leave you. You're reading a book about which say like, oh, you should be prepared and all people should be easily replaceable. If someone leave tomorrow, you should have someone who can replace him in next day. And you're like, yeah, it makes sense, but when that situation is coming up, you're like, oh, I don't think it will happen with me, or you're thinking that you have like some specific situation, but basically it's the same and you'll just get to learn it. So my summary is that the books are really valuable for your growth, for understanding something, but knowing and like feeling the knowledge is different. So of course you can read about it, but my vision is that anyway you will make a lot of the same mistakes which you will read in the books because you just cannot feel them yet. So it was my 5 biggest mistakes as CEO for the last 2 years, and yeah, some of that was really ridiculously crazy on my feelings. I had the problems with health, but we don't have any other option. We should pass it, we should learn it, and we should keep going. We should keep going, and no matter what will happen. And good luck with all your business and all your ideas. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and talk to you soon. Bye.
I'm so in love with you. You got me down again.